I'm live. Um, just to fill in some dead air. I haven't been building a lot of stuff lately. I'm going to get back to some of it and finish some projects, but I've been in a mode of minimizing some projects because I looked around and realized I had more projects than I could finish. I feel like in a common lifetime. So I decided to pare down a bit. But I wanted to mention, while I have an audience of 0, which was kind of what I expect the whole time, to be honest, is the process of editing. The process of editing can be its own project, and it actually can be quite engaging because there's a video I made about, hold on. I think this was one of them. It's a video I made about the baby monitor that I play my bass guitar through. And I remember the editing process was just as fun as the project. And on top of that, there's other videos that I've done. Hold on, let me go to my channel. I don't even remember half the stuff I've done off the top of the head. Oh yeah, some of these aren't even published. That was a big one. Trying to turn telephones into microphones. Editing that was just as fun as building the actual project itself. I have like a really big following on that truck I built. The what do you call it? I built it off of a lawnmower. I have like a bunch of views on that, more than I ever would expect. And editing that was quite fun too. So I'll leave this up for a little bit to see if I get a bite, and I'll talk as I move things. So, well, if anybody's got a question, I will answer. I could probably leave this up for 6 hours and not get a bite. So, something was wrong with me growing up, where I pretty much was all mechanical all the time. I don't know if I was hiding from something, or I didn't know if I was hiding from something, or if that's just how I was. But I got some stuff to go through real quick. I was, most of my life, I was dreaming up things to build or mechanical things. Here's a reference for when I built the large Marge mask. Here's a reference. This is home improvement stuff, building cabinet doors. Here's a sketch of a workstation I was building out of scrap boards from work. Here is something I don't need. A receipt for a scooter part that I didn't really end up using. Here is dimensions for the legs of a spider bed that I made, where I pushed the bed and the spider moved. This is specs where I was going to make an adapter to put a different flywheel on my trencher, but I ended up doing a crankshaft transplant. Here's a breakdown for sheet good needs for a pantry project. Which, you know what? Pantry project, finished pantry with storage for supplies, auxiliary kitchen was staying fashionable. That's cute, but I don't actually need that. So I'll be sorting. Loft window. Actually, I might need that. Home improvement stuff. Bird's eye view. What are we looking at? Bottom of top shelf. Oh, cool. I think this is when I was building the library in the house. And then uncut. What do I have here? 22. I don't know, some kind of cabinet or something. I think I'll sort that out too. Project references. Mobile bath and shower. This is trying to build floor plans. This is going to be a mobile survival unit for the parade, but plan B on that, big time. Oh, I wanted to make a 3-wheeled car. So here's some rough ideas for a 3-wheeled car. One in the back, two in the front is what it was going to be, a tricycle, so to speak. You can't tell what this is probably, and I barely could either, but I was trying to make a flip dot. I wanted to make an array. So imagine, and I wanted to run it on the Commodore 64. Imagine black and white squares that could flip. So you could make like a sprite, like a little character out of so many. What's happening? Oh, cool. Would that be better without this? Wow. It seems really dark back here. But this seems better. But then can you see this? You can. Anyway, that was going to be a dot array so I could like program it to make images with black and white. This was going to be, I guess they call it a grizzly. You know, I think I like the light on better. I think they call it a grizzly. This is going to be a soil sifter, so you could sift out things. There's going to be a treadmill motor on an eccentric crankshaft, and it's going to go, and you drop dirt in with the Bobcat, and then catch the good dirt and dump the waste, the trash. I'm not going to end up making that though. I don't think. I don't remember what this is. 40 bearings pack. Oh, this is kind of cool. You can't really tell what it is either, but this is how I was going to agitate the legs when I made that 10-foot centipede that you pull and all the little leggies move. This is my model on you can only choose, the universe lets you choose 2 out of 3 good things. So, for example, car parts, you can choose cheap or strong or performance, or performance and cheap, but not all 3. You get to choose 2. And then this one's food, cheap, healthy, and tasty. Choose 2. You can't have all 3. Floor plans. What was I doing with these? I don't know. It's figuring out how many circles can fit in a pipe. Double radius is quadruple volume. I don't know. I don't remember what I was doing with that. More flip dot array stuff. What else do I got? Oh, this is a speaker box that I'm still building, I think. I don't have the 2 portholes cut, but I do have the main hole and then the secondary hole. And I have them all cut to size, and I have screw holes in them too. This is going to be a quadruped bicycle lion thing, which ended up kind of coming to fruition in a different form. I was thinking about making the Dark King guy. What's the king from, what's it called? The Dark Crystal? I was going to make that guy for a Halloween parade. I did not end up doing that. Neck exercises. You see, I want to crack that. This wobbly thing, I wanted to try to make a mechanical tornado with a bunch of discs, and I think I was trying to figure out if that's possible. And I wanted to make my own CNC machine out of these aluminum goalpost beams that I got for free. And there's going to be a pencil holder, loft wall dimensions, home improvement stuff. Okay, what do we have here? More speaker box stuff. Box volume calculations. Nothing really to look at. Okay, so that is most of that folder. I have a box full of crap too. Technical notes. Couple Ford rally cars. Don't actually need that. Now I'm just going to go through here. Oh, okay. This is more of a keepsake box. Home improvement. Nice garage. I wish. Prime mover. Dang, there's maybe too much in here. Oh, hold on. I found a good one. Joe Polish. Okay. Starting to make Newmark. My firstborn son. Robot. I actually have him in main form, mostly formed. Oh, okay. This is a good one. This is a good one, and this is actually a sneak peek. So it's not much to look at again. Like, what is happening? Is that a little scooter? What is that? No. This is a way I'm making an Etch-a-Sketch. I think I have a way devised to cheat on the Etch-a-Sketch where you can crank this device and it'll move your X and Y coordinates in such a way that it'll actually create a nearly perfect circle on the Etch-a-Sketch. I'm hoping that's like another video I actually want to do. This, though, is pretty cool. I want to all stand behind, a walk behind, do it all leaf eliminator. So for residences, you don't need the whole big getup where you have a big old freaking sorry about the lighting, I can see that. I didn't want to have a big old freaking, what was I talking about? Oh, the big mower with the attachment and all that crap. I just want somebody to be able to get rid of leaves, suck them out of the yard, or like agitate them up, suck them up, and shred them and bag them all in one. That's more, you can't really see it with that orange. There you go. That's more of that soil sifter I was going to make. This is sketches about that spider bed and how to drive the legs. So there was a pulley on a wheelbarrow wheel, and then the belt went up and did a 90-degree and turned the camshafts, which in turn moved the legs. What do I got here? Radius handle altered as well. Oh, I was trying to devise a machine that you turn it on and it can cut discs. So you can set the diameter and it'll slowly, the wood moves up. There's a router that's stationary and the disc is on, almost like those stools that you would crank up with the screw. And so the workpiece slowly goes up while turning. So it cuts even with the router. Now I'm like, why do I need to cut discs all day? There's some more sketching for the leaf remover. Here's some more sketching for that router machine I was talking about. Bedbug timesheet. So this is actually me keeping a log of how long it took to make that bedbug. If you don't know what I'm talking about, bedbug, you can look it up in my videos. It's called spider bed. I don't know what it's called. You'll see a thumbnail with the legs coming out of a bed. I keep not knowing where to look. Bedbug timesheet 2022. So all in all, it took 67.5 hours. Will it shred freshly fallen leaves? So this is more sketching yet about my leaf machine. I'm not worried somebody's going to take it. Here is some trigonometry and a Fibonacci spiral and I don't know what else here. And a star. Surely important stuff. Here's more about making that CNC machine I wanted to make, which I'm probably going to scrap that project. Oh yeah, this is something for work. I was trying to make another siphon vacuum that I could clean the floor with compressed air, and it would suck up into the tube with the Bernoulli effect or whatever. What do I have here? Okay, yeah. Well, I was pretty all in on that leaf machine. Wow, maybe we should make a folder for that. This is how I want to modify my bucket van to lower the center of gravity and make it so you can actually, like a JLG lift, run around the yard. Here's some old stuff, some ramp stuff. I built a ramp. I don't know if this is original, but I built a skateboard ramp that I had in my dad's garage. And when I moved out, I ended up putting it in my living room. And that was pretty cool. Special house plans. What do I have here? Just drew a backhoe. Hoffman. Oh, wow. That's work stuff. Home improvement stuff. This is me figuring out some of the Etch-a-Sketch, the ways that X and Y move, and they can make different things. And I was going to have a stick. I don't need to get into that. But then there's a squirrel, I suppose. That's kind of all. Bucket cylinder. I was figuring out the hydraulic seals for my trenchers hydraulics. Okay, I was trying to build a perpetual motion machine because everybody needs to try at least once. And this is what I came up with. Yeah, none of your business. But I like this little dude. I used to be obsessed with drawing big braces on everything. When I drew a face, they always had a big, huge smile and braces for some reason. All right. Do I have a half hour? I don't. I don't need to have a half hour, but oh, cute. There's some artwork when I was younger. A nice little VW engine. Victory by Design, Bizatch. That's about it. I don't know. I'm not going to go through every single thing in here. What do I have here, though? Annular mirrors. Sine wave, saw wave. Calliope. Oh, was I building a Calliope already? Or trying to? I wanted to make a Calliope music machine, you know? So, put some of this crap back. That's some of my random project sketches with a sneak peek on that. The most significant thing here was the leaf machine and the sneak peek on how I wanted to modify an Etch-a-Sketch to make a perfect circle. So I think I'm just going to end it here. I think it was kind of fun. And here I go. Keep tinkering and